Hello everyone, welcome back to our second channel here on a lovely Monday morning. So I am out in the van, I've got the trailer on the back and I've just been over to take the E30 over to Mikey, so pretty exciting now. It's back in his hands. I know he's pretty busy down there, so however long it takes is what it takes, bless him, but fingers crossed, not too long. Yeah, so I've took the car down there. I've also took in the extra bits we've got for the body kit, which is all good. Mikey's had a look at the rear arches, or the rear inner arches, and said, yeah, they look pretty good. Obviously going to make life a lot easier rather than tubbing it. Sorry about the shaky camera anyway. Took him all the extra bits there. They all seem to fit on pretty good at the moment. Obviously going to have to do a bit of trimming and what have you, fettling, because it's fiberglass, and we all know that even the best of the fiberglass copies is not wonderful, but hopefully it does the job. Yeah, so run through a couple of other bits. He's had a look at the work that Trig's done on the jigging, and he seems to think it's a hell of a lot better. Well, it's pretty perfect, to be honest. So that side of it is covered. Now, I'm in a little bit of a predicament with this car. Now, I know you all know that I was planning on painting it orange, and I'm still pretty sure I want to paint it orange, having seen Wayne Greatrix's real M3 DTM replica in that. Not in the usual orange, not the orange of the van. It's I forget what they call it now, Phoenix orange, which is a more sort of reddy orange, really, like a sort of bloody red orange, I would say. But apparently it's the original colour of the Jägermeister cars back in the 80s. A part of me, having looked at these Warmeister cars back in the day, you know, with the tricolours that go diagonally over the car, part of me wants to paint it white. Now, for two reasons. One, obviously, if we ever come to sell the car, I would say there's a lot more you can do with the white. There's a lot more sort of liveries you can put on basic white. The inside being white could be a bit better. I'm not sure really. There is a couple of liveries that I would like to do, sort of incorporating the orange. One of them being, if you look at the Warmeister cars back in the day with the tricolours, you've got the blue, the sort of looks like purple, well, the BMW colours basically going over the car. I would quite like to do that, but incorporating the orange, grey and black, maybe, something like that, to bring our colour into it, and then obviously have our name on it. White M3s do look very, very nice. I think they go really well with the yellow, with the gold wheels. So I don't know, guys. I'm going to have to ask you lot to comment and help me out on this. Obviously, if it was white, we could wrap it orange. But once it's orange, it's orange. And I want to do the inside the same as the outside. So I do not know, guys. Although Wayne's looks fantastic, and I'm pretty sure that is the colour I want it, I just don't know. It's just that I think it's just that part of me that thinks once it's orange, it's orange. I don't know. So you're going to have to help me out there, guys. Comment down below on what you reckon I should paint the car. Whether you think I should do a dual colour, different on the inside than the outside. Mikey and Paul seem to think I should do it a different colour on the inside. They reckon once I've done it white, it gets dirty fairly quickly. And not only that, but I know white paint on the external, sort of underneath the bonnet and all the rest of it, it does go a bit discoloured over time. But then I suppose you could say the same for the orange. Could fade. Don't know, guys. Help me out. I am in a predicament. Nice predicament to be in, mind. I'm not complaining. It's just I don't know what to do. Help me out. Right, everyone. Just had 2 deliveries. Like I say, every day's Christmas here. So the first one is a biggie. So this is the clutch, the uprated clutch for our M3 for the E30 build. So we're using a company now called CG Motorsport. Mick there at CG, he does us a good price because he watches our channel. But what he's done, see we've got a very fancy cover there. This is a 6 paddle plate, which is a dual material. So you've got that one on the back and this one on the front. So basically it's sort of half and half. We don't want to go too aggressive on the pedal. We don't want it too snatchy. Obviously we're going to be using it for road use, but we want something a bit more aggressive than original, because obviously we're going to be using it on a track. Like, so this is our flywheel, which we sent to him so we could match it all up, and he's built us this clutch to suit. So this is the first clutch we've seen of this sort, and hopefully guys this does the job. But yes, thank you very much Mick. Since we've been speaking to Mick, we obviously got in touch with him about this clutch really to see what he could do, and it turns out he does watch our channels, so that's wonderful. But since then we've got him building us a clutch for the normally aspirated Cosworth. That's a Type 9 all singing all dancing box, with, I think he's going hydraulic on that, so he's going to build us a clutch for that. And he's also doing a swan for that TVR 3.9 we've got out there. So yeah, if we can use Mick, hopefully we will give him plenty of mentions obviously. But that's wonderful, that's turned up now, which means we can get the crank assembly balanced for the E30 or the S50 and crack on with that. But second little purchase I've made, guys, you're going to like these, or probably you won't, but I like them. So I seen these actually advertised on Facebook. You know, you get them little ads come up, and these just caught my eye, and I think the reason was the colour really. So these are from a company called KD or whatever it is. And look at them, eh? That is something that I can wear to the track days. Just that little bit of extra Barum purchase on the old eyewear. They're polarised sunglasses, and they look really, really nice. Let's get them out of the bag, shall we? Look at that, got their own branding on the side. As I say, polarised, and the orange tint on the front. That is a bit of me, that is, guys. Oh, I like that. What do you think? That is Barum, isn't it? That's a bit of Barum there. So thank you very much, KD, whoever it is, for sporting me in these very trendy eyewear. Top job. My missus is going to think I'm having a midlife crisis with them glasses. But anyway, let's have a little look under the back of the kit car, which has been here all day. And I tell you what, it's bloody bone dry under there. It looks like we could have solved the diff leak. It's a bit grubby, you've got to give it a bit of a clean. But it does look like we've solved that. I think the CV boot was leaking by the look of the grease at the back there, but I think Stuart sorted that out as well. A couple of cable ties, good old the old trick. But yeah, absolutely brilliant. Now that I think that was the oil leak from. I think it was leaking from the front cover of the engine. I don't know whether it was the clutch cover or what, but it's not leaking now, so I think we've pretty much solved the oil leaks. Fingers crossed for the time being on the kit car. Just cannot wait for the 4th to get down to Castle Combe and do another track day on it. Anyway, just when you thought all my purchases were over for one day, I've had one more, guys. And that is the sump baffle has turned up for the S50. So this is from Hack Engineering, or Hack Motorsport, whatever they call themselves. Now, I don't know whether I've told you, but we are running a 5 Series sump on this S50, and the reason for that is the pickup is at the front. Obviously, the original sump for the S50 is
has got a scavenge pipe that runs to the back, so you've almost got a double-ended sump, but you can't run that sump on the E30 with the subframe as it is. You have to buy a subframe kit, which is about 1,500 quid, and still then I've spoke to a couple of people and they don't really rate them that much. So we're running a 5 Series, which has got the sump at the front, the pickup at the front, but you can see the original baffle is absolute waste of time. So obviously under acceleration, that oil's just going to get chucked to the back, churned up by the crank, aerated, and obviously starve of oil. So this is a must apparently. Obviously the pickup pipe goes through there, and then the oil, you've got a baffle in the side there. The oil can drain back through but can't get out. So we're going to send that sump down to Tom Upton, and he's going to drill the old one out, put that one in, and then hopefully any starvation issues could be solved there. I've got a couple of mates actually that run these S50s and E30s, and they run these sumps with those baffle plates and they've never had any trouble. Touch wood, fingers crossed. So hopefully guys, that solves that. But that's it for another video. As you may have seen on if you've seen on my Facebook, guys, this channel, after just over 2 weeks, we've managed to get monetized. So we've started on the YouTube program now. Thank you very, very much for subscribing and watching, guys. We've got those hours up really, really fast. Takes some people 12 months if they manage to do it in that. So yeah, thanks a lot for the people that jumped over from the other channel onto this one, and thanks ever so much for the new subscribers. But if you are watching this and you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscription button, guys, and the notification bell. And yeah, thank you very, very much. Really, really happy. And it seems to be working really well, this new channel. You know, I can keep the main channel to all the machining and specifically what we're doing at work for everyone that's interested in that. Anything else, any other bits and bobs are going to go on this channel. So hope you're enjoying it, and thanks ever so much. Cheers, guys.